anyone that has ever picked up an issue of Feminescence magazine, you'll know that my purpose and passion are all about shining a light on incredible women, businesses and unique or rare causes that I think should be household names, but may not have had the opportunity yet to be exposed to a large audience. Well, this segment is all about providing a platform to do just that. For our torch session today, we're going to be chatting with the super clever Angelique Woodburn, founder and owner of the Midnight Gang. Angelique is also a mother of 3 beautiful kids and so has definitely mastered the art of the juggle. The Midnight Gang is a genius bedwetting solution, born out of a desire to save the nightly bed change every time there was an accident. Let's give a huge welcome to Angelique to the Girlfriend Hour. Joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
What a great concept. Gosh, I don't wish I had young kids anymore. I'm really happy that I don't, but I'm happy for other mothers out there. Tell us about this beautiful concept you've created.
Yeah, so our bed mates are waterproof sheet protectors. So they go on top of the sheet and your child sleeps on top of that. So if there's an accident, you just whip off the bed mate and all your sheets stay perfectly dry.
How did you get started?
Well, experience. So we were going through bedwetting with our own children and we were right in the thick of bedwetting and it was a nightmare. We were up stripping the bed all hours of the night. The poor kids would be standing there freezing while we were trying to find the spare sheets, because if you can find them in the middle of the night when you need them. And it was just creating so much extra washing for us. And as mums that are so busy, as if that's what we need. So
anyone else here want more washing?
Yeah, no, thank you. So I went looking for a solution, but all I could find was either disposable options or things that looked like they belonged on a hospital bed. And it actually brought me back to when I was a kid, because I was a really late bedwetter. So I was about 9 when I stopped wetting the bed, and I remember those horrible plastic sheets that we had to use. And so I created the Midnight Gang.
Amazing. Now, what's the science behind bedwetting? Because some kids adapt faster and you're obviously a little bit later. What's the science behind that? Why does it affect some more than others?
So basically, when your bladder is full, it sends a message to your brain to let it know that it's full. But then your brain needs to send a message back to your bladder to say open or stay closed. And so some kids aren't getting that message from their brain to keep it closed. And some of the reasons are deep sleepers. Sometimes they're just not getting that message. Sometimes their bladders haven't matured enough. Genetics is a really big one. It actually is genetic. But sometimes there can be underlying health issues as well. So it is good to just be checked by a doctor just to be sure.
Absolutely. And so I guess setting this business up, it's such a unique, different business. What are some of the challenges you've faced along the way?
I think for me, the biggest challenge has actually been staying motivated when you're a one-woman show. So when you're working all day, every day, you're doing everything yourself and you've got no one to kind of say, oh, what do you think about this? Or, you know, when you're feeling a bit down, someone to pump you up. So I think that's been probably the hardest thing.
So how do you overcome it? What's the solution for us out there?
Yeah, I know, it's tricky.
Home, you know, and there's no one to chat with or ring accounting or...
Well, thankfully, Zoom now.
Yes.
But I think it's that village that everyone talks about, really finding that community of people that inspire you and motivate you that you can reach out to in those times.
Yes, absolutely. And organisation would be a massive thing in what you're doing. So have you always been this organised?
I do love routine and structure, but it's definitely something I have to work on. My personality is the type that I get distracted very easily and I procrastinate. So making sure I'm organised is something I always work on, but I know how important it is to run a successful business. So I am always, you know, reflecting and looking at my schedule and making sure I'm as organised as I can be.
And take us through your support network. Do you have a good support structure around you and what you're doing?
Yeah, I do. I'm really lucky to have a really supportive husband. But I've made a community of like-minded businesswomen, and that's been key as well, to share the challenges because they get it as well. So finding like-minded women that can support you and really understand what you're going through as well.
Yes, absolutely. And the Midnight Gang, what's next?
Well, we love listening to our customers, and they love our bed mates because they protect their sheets and mattress from getting wet. but the parents of boys especially have been telling us that their doonas still get wet. So we're really excited. We've got a gorgeous, gorgeous range of waterproof doona covers. And one of the things that makes us unique is that we've got stunning prints on our bed mates. So kids actually want to have them on their beds. And so this range of doona covers just look like stunning linen, but it's got the benefit of being waterproof. So not just for bedwetting, if there's vomits or dust mite, allergens, any kind of spill.
All those fun things.
All those fun things. The Doona Protector will cover you from that too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And take us through some of your girlfriends. What do they mean to you? Why are they so important?
I think the reason they're so important is they make you feel valued. I think as a mum, sometimes we feel lost and we feel our identity is being a mum, and we forget that we're also women and we're friends and we're other things. So when we've gone through difficult things recently, I've had some friends deliver meals, and it is so humbling, and it makes you think, oh my gosh, like I'm valued, I'm loved, I'm more than just a mum doing all these things for my kids, and it makes you really feel like I have a purpose. And so I think that's been, the best thing about my girlfriends.
Oh, so grateful you do what you do, Angelique. Give her a huge thank you for being on our show today, and keep going with the Midnight Game. Thank you so much.
Are you loving the Girlfriend Hour so far? We hope you've been inspired by the wonderful women you've seen sharing their stories. Do you have an inspiring story of your own to share? We're looking for magic just like yours. Be featured in Feminescence magazine and start your own exciting media journey. Join many other fabulous women who've been profiled in Feminescence magazine. Unlock access to an international audience, propel your career and expand your network. Make today the day you back yourself. What are you waiting for? Visit feminescence.com.au to find out more.